Hello all and welcome to Schneider Electric's Sustainability Impact Awards event. My name is Shonodeep Modak and I'm Chief Marketing Officer for Energy Management at Schneider Electric. I'm so energized that you have taken time out of your busy day to join us. Today, we are going to explore the journey to net zero by measuring and reducing our carbon footprints, as well as those of our entire supply chain and business partners. We've got exciting news about this year's expanded program, and I'm thrilled to also have two very special guests joining us, who are overall global winners from last year's Sustainability Impact Awards. But before we get going, let me share with you what drives us every day at Schneider Electric. As you may know, our company has earned a spot on the Corporate Knights 100 list of the most sustainable corporations for 12 consecutive years, including the #1 ranking in 2021. We also earned the #1 ranking in 2022 and 2023 by Sustainability Magazine. But beyond these recognitions, we feel we walk the talk on sustainability because our decarbonization practices start with our own operations and then extend to our partners, suppliers, and customers. Our solutions enable you to maximize efficiency throughout your operations, and our software helps you measure your carbon footprint and set decarbonization targets that are achievable. We also provide training and consulting to deliver knowledge and tools you need to accelerate your decarbonization and sustainability journey. So how do we decarbonize the fastest? The roadmap to net zero involves 3 steps: strategize, digitize, and decarbonize. We start with strategize to establish a decarbonization path that aligns with your climate ambition. Then we digitize, giving you an objective way to monitor, identify, and report your resource usage and emissions. Then finally, we help you decarbonize by electrifying your operations, reducing energy use, and replacing sources and engaging your value chain. You'll hear the words strategize, digitize, and decarbonize a lot today. Now, I would like to introduce you to my friends and colleagues who are taking part in the panel discussion today. Please join me in welcoming Sylvain Frode de Foret, SVP of Channels, and Grace Yuan, VP of Marketing, both coming from our Power Products division. Then we have Christophe Quiquempoix, VP for Sustainability Procurement, and Laura Eve, VP for our SaaS Sustainability Solutions. It's also a privilege and honor to welcome 2 guests to join our panel discussion. First, Sean Smith, Managing Partner at Michael Smith Switchgear, and Aleksi Nyman, Business Development Manager at Ramboll, Finland, both whose companies are overall global winners from this past year. At this time, I'd like to ask Sylvain to give us a quick recap of last year's Sustainability Impact Awards. Over to you, Sylvain.
Thank you, Shonodeep. As you know, last year we launched our first ever Sustainability Impact Awards to celebrate leaders who prioritize innovation and decarbonization both within and beyond their organizations. For that very first year, the awards have been focusing on channel partners who are demonstrating exceptional leadership in terms of sustainability. Out of close to 250 submissions from our partners from all over the world have been joining us, and six global winners have been emerging, including Michael Smith Switchgear from the UK, who was honored for their decarbonization achievement within their own operations. So that's why I would like to bring in our discussion Sean Smith. Thanks for joining us, Sean, today.
Of course, Sylvain. Thank you for having me.
Your company achieved the carbon neutral certification in 2022. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We're committed to sustainability in every aspect of our business, and the carbon neutral certification was a very, very large milestone for us.
But could you highlight a couple of strategies that you've been implementing?
Of course. Yes, we have lots of examples. Firstly, we installed LED lighting throughout our operations to reduce our energy consumption, which reduced it by approximately 75% compared to the fluorescent lighting that we previously had. We've installed 284 solar panels, which at peak generate 102 kilowatts, and that's reduced our electricity costs by over 20%. And any surplus energy that we generate is exported back to the grid. On top of that, any additional electricity that we require and we do not generate ourselves on site is 100% green energy that we purchase. Out of our vehicles, we've changed 2 of our company vans to fully electric vans. We've installed 6 EV chargers on our site, and we're aiming to change all of our company vehicles to fully electric by 2025. And we've changed our gas heating systems to electric systems, which we also run via our solar panels. But our largest success to date was when we completed an extensive research and development project in which we managed to reduce our copper conductor size when manufacturing our switchboards. This has reduced our copper raw material usage by 25%.
Wow, Sean, that's pretty impressive. Can you tell us how winning a Sustainability Impact Award has impacted your business?
It's had a really positive impact in several ways. The award is a source of pride for everyone on our team, of course. And it's a great piece of marketing as well. We've incorporated our Sustainability Impact Award badge onto our websites, email signatures, and social platforms. But perhaps the most valuable benefit from us winning this award has been it's highlighted the solutions that we deployed to achieve our own carbon neutral status, which also showcases solutions that we can offer to our customers as well.
That's really fantastic, Sean. But as far as I remember, your entry for the awards last year was highlighting as well your future plan for the sustainability of your company. So could you share a little bit of them with our audience today?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it never stops. So we have more goals moving forward. So we're going to try and install some more solar panels where we can. We're investigating a rainwater harvesting system. We're transitioning any other available roof space that we have over to a green roof, which provides natural insulation and also better environment for certain wildlife, such as bees and butterflies. Then they're things that we're doing in-house here. But then we're really pushing our supply chain as well to ensure that all of our partners' values match ours perfectly, and they have action plans in place to reduce their carbon footprint as well. And along with that, we're encouraging our staff and improving the staff well-being and really encouraging car share schemes. And also in the UK, we have a cycle to work scheme. So we're trying to encourage that amongst our employees as well.
Really what I call walking the talk, Sean. And you know that we love that at Schneider Electric, by the way. So, by the way, are you going to enter the award program this year again?
Of course. No.
That's great to hear. So now I'd like to welcome another global winner from our Sustainability Impact Award program. Aleksi Nyman, Business Development Manager at Ramboll in Finland. So good to have you with us, Aleksi, today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Sylvain.
So, we just heard from Sean about how Michael Smith Switchgear has built sustainability practices into all aspects of its company's operations. Ramboll in Finland was recognized as a global winner as well, but for advancing decarbonization initiatives on behalf of their customers. And by the way, I'm really eager to know and to hear from you how you did that. But to start with, could you share a glimpse of your company profile with our audience?
Yeah, sure. Ramboll is a global engineering, architecture, and consultancy company with leading edge in creating sustainable cities and societies. And Ramboll employs over 18,000 experts worldwide and 2,500 people across Finland.
Wow.
Our clients in private sector include, for instance, real estate companies, construction, energy, and industrial companies. In public sector, our clients operate in transport, infrastructure, environment, and water areas. So we have experts for pretty much everything, and we drive sustainable change seriously and in practice.
No doubt. Can you tell us how you are helping your customers to establish decarbonization targets for their operations?
Yeah, well, Ramboll works in almost every market with many customers, but let's focus on buildings, for example. Carbon neutral buildings are possible, and that is what we do. But it requires that we holistically study and optimize all the aspects that affect the building life cycle emissions. And we use computational design and artificial intelligence when large amount of data and alternatives are analyzed. And for example, I would like to mention Zero by Ramboll, which is a digital service, and it allows us to set carbon neutrality goals and to make knowledge-based decision on building performance with understanding of both technical and economic feasibility. And that requires those powerful tools like computational design and artificial intelligence. And that Zero by Ramboll is available today for our customers. And another interesting topic is that sustainable buildings also require smart solutions. And many customers expect sustainable energy solutions to be at the center of the project development. And we design smart energy solutions. And at the best, these buildings are not seen only as a physical asset, but as an active part in grid balancing market. And that opens new opportunities to our customers.
But do you have a customer case as a particularly good example of what you do and what you've been describing to us?
Yeah, sure. We are all excited about this project called Lippulaiva that was implemented by our customer Citycon. And Lippulaiva is an ambitious project promoting carbon neutrality and sustainable development with smart real estate solutions. The overall project included shopping center, metro station, and residential buildings. And Ramboll designed all the building services like electricity and building automation and heating, etc. But we also came up with smart energy concept that includes electricity demand response and battery energy system operated with microgrid solution. And upon completion of the project, Lippulaiva achieved LEED Gold certification and became the world's first shopping center to receive Smart Building Gold certification. So pretty smart.
Congratulations. And may I ask whether Schneider Solutions have played a role in this success, if any?
Sure. Ramboll is a technology independent partner, but in Lippulaiva, EcoStruxure Microgrid Advisor and Building Advisor helps facility managers optimize energy use based on real-time data from the buildings, weathercast, and grid. And I mentioned new opportunities for customers. That solution not only lowers the energy cost, but it also generates positive cash flow when building operate in grid balancing market. And that is our smart energy concept.
So I'll wrap up with the same question and the one I've been asking to Sean, Aleksi. Will Ramboll participate to the award program this year again?
Thanks, Sylvain. Let's give others a chance to win. We already have our trophy.
That's great to hear, Aleksi. Thanks to both of you and Sean for participating today. It's always enlightening to hear directly from our partners, and I wish your company's continued success. I'm sure you're interested in what's new for the Sustainability Impact Awards in 2023, and Aleksi, maybe you'll want to participate again. So we'll highlight that a bit later. But for now, I'd like to pivot to a Schneider initiative that's perfect first step for partners embarking on their sustainability journey, one that very well could lead their company to Sustainability Impact Award in the future. The initiative is Schneider Electric Sustainability School, and I'm happy now to hand the discussion back over to Sylvain, who's going to give us the latest in our Sustainability School offerings.
Thank you, Shonodeep. The Schneider Electric Sustainability School is designed to help our partners increase their knowledge and their expertise on meeting their customers' requirements and expectations when it comes to decarbonization. As you know, the Chapter 1 has been launched quite recently, a few months ago in Q2 2023, and it allows our partners to discover sustainability, discover what is at stake with sustainability, including discover what is at stake for business. Now we are about to launch the Chapter 2 of the Sustainability School. It's about to be launched in a few weeks from now, early October. And together with this Chapter 2, we invite our partners to discover how to take actions. For any of our chapters, in fact, we have fundamental learning modules and we have advanced learning modules. And for instance, for Chapter 2, the fundamental learning modules is showing how to set up a decarbonization action plan, a strategy, how to reduce the company's greenhouse emissions. And it also provides instructions and guidances on how to leverage Schneider's strategize, digitize, decarbonize methodology that you, Shonodeep, have been referring to earlier in our discussion.
Sylvain, just curious to know how many partners they joined us for the Chapter 1 course?
Very good question, Grace. Well, in fact, at the time we speak, we are about to reach close to 2,000 partners, which are already benefiting from Chapter 1. And it's increasing every day with a strong momentum. We even expect to reach more than 10,000 partners enjoying the benefits from the Sustainability School, especially with the launch of our Chapter 2. But by the way, don't worry, Chapter 1 will still be available once the Chapter 2 is already launched, so that our partners can enter into the curriculum at the pace and at the time they want. I just want to highlight one thing here. For all our partners, it's absolutely crucial to understand that this decarbonization effort on all the energy transition is representing a massive opportunity for business. Few numbers, if we look at 2022, do you know that 74 countries have made net zero pledges, for instance, on that almost 60% of the larger corporations have made commitments to the market. But the thing is, less than 10% of them are on track to meet their targets. And this is where their challenges, those end users' challenges, are business opportunities for our partners. And clearly, our school is designed to support them to seize this business opportunity. I would like just to add one more thing. I talked about Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. In fact, we are also preparing Chapter 3. And the Chapter 3 will equip our partners to pitch sustainability, to pitch decarbonization and digitization to their customers. It will also prepare them to leverage efficiently the Schneider's applications and solution. So on this will be coming early 2024. So Chapter 1, discover sustainability, what is at stake for business. Chapter 2, start to take actions, build your action plan. On Chapter 3, be efficient in execution.
That's great. That's great to hear, Sylvain. Not only are we helping enable our partners and clients, we are developing new tools, and our newest one can actually help small and medium enterprises track and reduce their environmental impact. Laura, can you tell us a bit about Zeigo Activate?
I'd be happy to. So earlier, Shonodeep, you talked about Schneider Electric's three-step approach to net zero, and that being strategize, digitize, and decarbonize. Well, before you can strategize in support of any decarbonization goals or plans, you have to first establish a carbon emissions baseline. And so for many businesses, what we found is that this can be a major stumbling block.
That's an excellent point, Laura. As I have seen with our suppliers, there is often a gap between their climate ambition and their climate actions. They want to make their operation more sustainable, but they are unsure on how to go about doing so.
That's exactly right. And that's where our Zeigo Activate tool comes in. So what is Zeigo Activate? It's an innovative sustainability software that is built by sustainability experts at Schneider Electric. And the Activate software really shines as it empowers small to medium enterprises to firstly calculate their carbon emissions and measure their reduction results. It allows those SMEs to also create a customized plan to achieve their decarbonization goals. And then finally, to access an open marketplace of solution providers to help them on their journey. Perhaps best of all, Zeigo Activate makes it super simple for companies to move from sustainability ambition to sustainability action.
Laura, big thanks for bringing us up to speed on the great work with Zeigo Activate. It brings sustainability knowledge and tools to all companies, enabling them to respond to their energy and decarbonization challenges. Christophe, how does Zeigo Activate link to the work that you are doing with Schneider Electric supply chain partners through the Zero Carbon Project?
Indeed, it does. Thank you very much. And let me first step back and remind you what we've been doing with our suppliers. So Schneider Electric launched the Zero Carbon Project in 2021, partnering with our top 1,000 suppliers to cut their operation carbon footprint in half by 2025. Very ambitious. The 1,000 suppliers involved with the project represent between 65 and 70 of Schneider supplier carbon emission. Under the program, Schneider Electric procurement teams member provide an extensive set of resources and tools, including one-to-one hand-holding to participating suppliers to help them set and achieve their own carbon reduction target. We have deployed an elaborate supplier support framework and designed the Accelerate Zero Carbon Day workshops, organized regionally, which brings together supplier, technical experts, and decarbonization solution provider to identify locally relevant actions for expediting decarbonization from our suppliers. So suppliers are requested to quantify their CO2 emission yearly at a minimum, but the biggest focus is to help them to move into action mode, to achieve their decarbonization goals by focusing mainly on energy efficiency, electrification, and renewable.
Got it, Christophe. Am I right to assume that the digital tools include Zeigo Activate?
Oh, you certainly are. As Laura mentioned, Zeigo Activate makes it easy for companies to turn their climate ambition into action. Easy is the essential, because we need as many of our suppliers as possible to join us by adopting effective decarbonization strategies. Schneider aims to reduce its entire value chain emissions, that means scope 1, 2, and 3, by 25% by 2030. So with the Zero Carbon Project, we encourage our supplier to join us since they are an integral part of our ecosystem. We share our expertise and experience with them on how they can decarbonize their operation, and we leverage our sustainability consulting services and digital solution as well as a third-party solution to help them reach their targets.
Christophe, you said you have 1,000 suppliers involved in the Zero Carbon Project and that they represent 65 to 70% of Schneider's carbon emissions?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Laura.
What kind of feedback are you getting from them since they joined the Zero Carbon Project?
Well, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, Laura. Suppliers are able to quantify their greenhouse gas emission, establish ambitious emission reductions target, and implement an action plan that makes those targets achievable. Often I hear from them that we are one part of their several customers asking them to decarbonize. But what makes us, Schneider Electric, stands out is that we truly support them in that journey.
Thank you, Christophe. And finally, let's get to this year's Schneider Electric Sustainability Impact Awards. Our first awards program recognized partners like Michael Smith Switchgear and Ramboll Finland, companies that are walking the talk on sustainability, just like us at Schneider Electric. This year, we are expanding our awards to recognize customers and suppliers, as well as our partners, and our selection criteria has been updated to address wider efforts to achieve net zero targets through electrifying and digitizing operations. I'm going to ask Grace and Christophe back on to tell us about the award categories this year. Grace.
Yeah, sure, Shonodeep. We are very excited that the nominations for this year's Sustainability Impact Awards are open to our suppliers, to customers, in addition to the channel partners. And yes, we have updated our categories for the awards program. The impact to my customers, the category will reward the channel partners who are demonstrating the sustainable leadership by enabling their customers to achieve their decarbonization goals. And then the category of the impact to my enterprise will reward the customers who are exhibiting sustainability leadership in decarbonizing their own operations. In both of the categories, the channel partners and the customers will need to demonstrate how they are using Schneider's strategize, digitize, and a decarbonize approach to advance sustainability. So I think the question to Christophe, do you want to tell us a bit more about the third category, which will be the one to honor our suppliers?
Certainly, Grace. As Schneider Electric Vice President of Sustainable Procurement, I am thrilled that we will be recognizing mid-size and large suppliers who are engaged in our Zero Carbon Project. We are looking to celebrate suppliers who share our passion for sustainability, and we're taking positive actions to maximize the reduction of their Scope 1 and 2 operational emission. In our evaluation of each supplier's entry, we will consider specific quantitative and qualitative measure, as well as whether a nominee decarbonization journey expands beyond their own ecosystem, which means upstreams and downstream activities. So please, if you are a Schneider supplier participating in the Zero Carbon project, enter our Sustainability Impact Award and tell us your story.
Thank you, Christophe and Grace. We all share your excitement about our expanded sustainability awards and look forward to the inspiring decarbonization stories that will emerge from all over the world. I want to thank my colleagues and guests for making today's panel and discussion so lively and informative. And I want to remind Schneider's partners, customers, and zero carbon project suppliers that our 2023 Sustainability Impact Awards are being accepted now with a deadline of November 17th. That's November 17th, 2023. Visit se.com and tell us your story. And I'll see you on the podium.